What is up, team? I just had one of the best days I've had in a long time in the last few months. Except I want to talk about exactly what happened and how it happened so that you can go out and have the best day you can have tomorrow as well. Because the things I'm going to talk about in this video are very much applicable. Like these will come up in your life and they can come up in your life every day. And if you just do the right thing, then you can go in the right direction and have a great day as well. Because yeah, I just had a smashing day. So let me talk about exactly why my day was good. There's two main ones, and there was some complementary stuff. So I'll just go over my day in a objective manner, like what actually happened, and then I'll talk to you through my actual experience and why I think I had a good day. So you guys can go out and smash your days and have a good day as well. Because it's not necessarily about being productive; it's about enjoying the day. So let me explain. So I woke up, had a cold shower, whatever, meditated for 20 minutes. Then I went on my long walks that I always do. Well, not always do on my rest days. Normally I hit legs today, except we had our soccer grand final, so I didn't want to hit legs before that because I wanted to have full energy for it. So I went for a walk instead. I listened to a lecture by David Troward. It's called Edinburgh Lectures. It's a series he did in Edinburgh. It's a dude from 1900s. On mental science. It's pretty good. You should listen to it if you have a chance. And then I came home. Some guy DM'd me on Instagram, so I set up a coaching call with him. I onboarded him onto my program, and that is going to be my last free client. So from now on, if people want to work with me, it's going to be paid because I'm working with 10 people now. Anyway, then I went to soccer, and we won our grand final. Let's go! I'm still so stoked about that. And it went into overtime. So we played the full 90 minutes. It was 1-1. And then we went into overtime. But overtime was golden goal. So the next person who scores the goal wins. The next team that scores wins. And I scored the goal and we won the game. And man, that was just a crazy good feeling. I got the ball. I was playing striker. I got the through ball and I scored and I watched it go in. And all the tension just left my body. And I was oh, and I just started running around celebrating. It was really good. Anyway, then came home, then just had a shower, whatever. Then went out to the pub with my friends. I didn't drink, obviously, but I went out to the pub with my friends, our soccer friends, and we celebrated the win. They had beers and we had dinner, whatever. Then I left early because I wasn't gonna stay and drink. And then I went on the train home. And on the train home, I faced some of my fears. I made some reels on the train. And I'll get into more detail in the next section of the video about that. But I filmed some reels in the train. I've never done that before, so I overcame a fear. So I felt really good about myself. Well, I feel really good about myself now. And then I came home. Well, I saw some guy actually that I knew at the station. I dropped him home. It was just a coincidence. And now I'm here making this video. So what was so good about my day? Well, I scored that goal and it felt really good, and we won the whole season, right? And then also, I overcame a fear that I had of posting reels in public because I made one reel at uni. There wasn't that many people around, and it was scary. But this train thing was even scarier. It was 6 or 7 p.m. on T1 train line in Sydney, right? So a decent amount of people, and I was just recording a reel while walking through the carriages, and I overcame that fear. So that felt really good. So how can you go? Obviously, it might not be scoring a goal in your grand final and winning the game, but something similar, like having some nice success in some competitive thing you're doing, or just something you're doing in life. And then also, how can you go and overcome your fears and feel good about yourself? So it's two separate things, right? So let's talk about the goals first, the scoring the goal first. So as I mentioned earlier, I meditated this morning. And what was my meditation? What did I meditate on? Well, today I had my grand final. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to dedicate this meditation completely to the grand final. So I meditated for 20 minutes. I set a 20-minute timer. For the first maybe 10 to 15 minutes, well, for the first 5 minutes, I just sat there and cleared my mind. Then for the next 10 minutes, I went through every player on my team because I know who's playing on my team. I know what the formation was going to be, right? And I went through every player on the team, and I sat there and I closed my eyes and I visualized them playing and having a really good game, playing in the style that they play, literally visualize them one by one individually, watching them have a good game, watching them succeeding, and trying to feed positive energy into that image, right? Then for the last about 5 minutes, because I knew I was going to be playing striker, I just visualized myself scoring goals from as many different angles as I could, just getting the ball, scoring, getting the ball, scoring, getting the ball, scoring, getting the ball, scoring. And I was just creating this mental image in my mind that I was going to score a goal. And then I also did the mental image in my mind of like us shaking their hands at the end of the game and like we'd won and it was like really good and whatever. So I was really just visualizing winning the game, scoring a goal, our team winning and it being good. And what happened? Well, we won the grand final and I scored the winning goal to end the whole season, right? And you could say, okay, that's luck. You know what I mean? You could put it down to luck and say, well, I was in striker, so there was a high chance I was going to score anyway, whatever, and it's 50-50 chance who's going to win the game. You could say that if you want to say that. Sure. But I haven't scored that many goals this season. If you're in my soccer team and you're watching this, you'll know I haven't scored that many goals this season. So me scoring a goal is not necessarily the most common thing ever, right? And additionally, on top of this, before we went into it, because the soccer game's 90 minutes and then you have the extra time, right? So in that last 10 minutes before extra time, I was just saying in my head, repeating the thought in my head over again, I will score, I will score, I will score, I will score. Then we went off, had a break, went back on for extra time, like the golden goal, like whoever scores next wins. In the first play, I scored. Like literally the first play of the game, I scored. So like, or maybe it was the second. It was either the first or the second. But like pretty much immediately as we went back on the field, I scored a goal. So look, put it down to luck if you want. If you want to put it down to luck, go ahead, be my guest. I don't believe in luck, okay? I think luck is just a misunderstanding of the fundamental laws of reality, okay? I think we like to use the word luck when we don't understand why something happened, right? But there's a reason for everything. It's not like there's just random chaos in the universe. The universe is ordered very specifically, very logically, and there's laws that are followed at all time. Otherwise, our whole universe would break down and be in chaos, right? So I manifested me scoring the goal to win the grand final. Okay, I'm going to say it. That's what I believe. If you don't believe it, that's your problem because you're not going to be able to manifest and like meditate and achieve any goals for yourself. So how did I do it? I just visualized it. I visualized this scenario in my mind and I visualized me scoring a goal and I visualized us winning the game and I visualized everything that comes along with that, like shaking their hands afterwards or of us winning the game, all the boys being happy, celebrating, right? What are you doing in that moment? Well, I was watching the lectures, listening to the lectures earlier in the day, right? And this, ties directly into what I was listening to today. So you have a subconscious mind and you have a conscious mind, right? Or you have I forgot what the two words he actually used in the lecture were, but it's basically subconscious and conscious, right? Conscious is like the one that makes or has all the thoughts and thinks actively. And the subconscious is just like what like runs you in the background when you're not thinking, right? Or when you don't have time to think, like a reflex. So the whole idea is you tell your subconscious what to do with your conscious mind and your subconscious will just listen. Like your subconscious is just like always under this state of hypnosis. Like you can just speak to it and you can make it do whatever you want it to do. So I spoke to my mind while meditating. We're going to win the game. The boys are going to have a good game. I'm going to score a goal to win the game. We're going 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 to win the game for like 20 minutes, right? Speaking it into my subconscious mind. Then in the game as well, those 10 minutes leading up to me scoring the goal, I was literally saying in my head, I will score, I will score, I will score, I will score. Like at that speed for 10 minutes, just in my head, I will score, I will score, I will score, I will score. And I scored because I'm just speaking into my subconscious and your subconscious is connected to the universal intelligence of the world. And then that universal intelligence is like under constant hypnosis. Like it wants, if you speak a thought to it, it wants that thought to come true. Why do you think like unsuccessful people or sad people or negative people are in the place they're in? They're not in the situation they're in because like they're not negative or sad because they're in the situation they're in. They're in the situation they're in because they're sad and negative. They speak their experience and their situation into existence through the thoughts they have in their mind every single day. You tell your subconscious something. You think a thought. You actively think a thought. You speak words out of your mouth. Oh, I'm sad. I'm not happy. I'm not where I want to be in life, etc. And you think those things in your mind and you say them out loud. You are directly telling your subconscious what to do. You are programming your subconscious negatively to create that experience in your life. That is what I think. That is what I believe. That is what I've been learning over the past 2 months, pretty much. And that's me showing it in clear practice today. Like, I have not scored that many goals this season. Last time we played against these guys on the same field, we lost the game. This time it was the grand final. We won the game. I scored the winning goal. And what did I visualize? For 20 minutes in the morning, at the pure, like, energetic state of the morning, at like 4:30 in the morning, no one's awake. I've just had a cold shower. I haven't eaten. And I'm literally just sitting there visualizing scoring this winning goal. Bang. I score a winning goal, right? So that's one thing. So how can you apply this? Well, any goal you have in life, anything that you want to achieve, right? You can just sit there, just like wake up earlier than you normally do. Wake up just 30 minutes earlier than you normally do, right? And then I recommend having a cold shower before you do this, so it wakes you up. Otherwise, if you just like close your eyes and sit there on a chair again, like when you've just woken up, you're just going to go back to sleep. So get up. I personally make breakfast first. Like, I don't eat it, I just make it. So I'm like moving around and like waking up. Then I have a cold shower. That's going to like spike all your like endorphins and like make you awake, right? Then you sit on a chair, right? I personally sit on a chair. Sitting on the ground is uncomfortable. Not a comfortable chair like this one. This one moves around, right? Sit on a like hard wooden chair, right? But just sit there. Then close your eyes and literally imagine yourself doing the goal that you wanted to do. Like, imagine it's already happened. Or imagine it's happening, right? Just imagine in your mind. There's no, because the whole idea is there's no like time to your thought. Like that, actually, that's for another video. That's too deep. It's going to take up too much time because I have to go to bed. But just sit there. Imagine you achieving your goals. Imagine you fulfilling your goals. Imagine in that exact situation, you are achieving your goals, right? And you're speaking those thoughts into your subconscious mind, and then your subconscious mind and the general infinite intelligence of the world, which are connected, will allow that thing to come true and will make that thing happen. Whether you want to sit there and think about negative things will happen. If you want to sit there and think about positive things will happen. That's number one. Okay. Number two reason that I had a good day was because I overcame my fear of social anxiety, right? Well, I didn't overcome it entirely, but I'm like fighting it actively, right? I was sitting there and I was going home on the train. And I was like, man, like I haven't made many reels today because I had a busy day. I was like, I need to make some reels. But I was like so scared. Like I didn't want to make the reel on the train. Like I was like worried, what are people going to think? Like I didn't want to make it at all. And I didn't make it. I went from Town Hall all the way to Wynyard. If you live in Sydney, you know that's maybe 10 or 15 minutes, or maybe like 10 minutes on the train. And I didn't make it. I was like, oh, I need to make this. And I got off at Milson's Point because I had to wait for the next train. And there were people sitting on the platform. And I was like, okay, I need to make this reel. I can make it on the platform, like with the Harbour Bridge in the background. You know what I mean? Like that'll make a decent video. But I was so scared. I was so worried that people are going to like look at me and I'm going to like look like a weirdo or look like an idiot or something. Like I was just getting all in my head about it. And then like those people that were sitting on the chair like near me, they got up and got on the train that was going the other way. So the platform was more empty. So then I made the video. But like I kind of bitched out because I was scared to make the video at the certain time. And then I just made it like once the people had already left. So I kind of bitched out. I knew I'd kind of bitched out and I wasn't particularly satisfied with overcoming that amount of fear, right? Like I feel like I had kind of just cheated myself. So then I got back on the train for the next train to go to where I was going. And I was sitting there and I was just sitting there like on the train, like watching because it was like, 6 or 7 p.m. I think it was about 6:30. Yeah, it would have been about 6:30. So like I'm on the train, there's a decent amount of people on there, and I'm just sitting there watching them, and I'm like, wasn't a decent amount. There were maybe like 5 or 10 people on my couch, and I was sitting there watching them, like, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, why am I so scared to do this? Like, I knew all I needed to do was grab the camera like this and just start speaking to it, and like make a talking head reel. Like, I do that at home every single day. Like, why can't I just do it on the train, right? Because I was worried. I was so scared. I was like, oh, I don't want to, like, this is bringing up fear in me. My central nervous system is like stressing out. This is stressing me out. I don't want to do this. I'm scared, right? And look, if you're a normal human being, and I'm also a normal human being, of course you're going to feel like some social anxiety when you are going to just start like recording yourself in public. Like you just feel like that, right? And I was sitting there and I was thinking, like, I was really thinking about it because like I wanted to do it, but at the same time I didn't want to do it, and I was just sitting in my thoughts and observing what's going on and just thinking about it, right? Which was kind of just me procrastinating, actually just going and doing it. But anyway, I came to this realization. I was like, hold on a second, because like in my logical mind, I knew like no one cares about me. I'm not that important. Like why am I scared to do this? Like I imagined myself doing it, and I was like, okay, so if I started filming this reel, like these two people sitting over there would like look at me for probably 5 seconds, and then they probably wouldn't care. And then those people over there have their AirPods in, so they're not even gonna hear me. And then the dude sitting next to me doesn't have AirPods in, so maybe he's gonna like listen to everything I'm saying and judge me or something. But like, I know they're not really gonna care that much. So like, why am I scared to do it? And then I was like, oh. So think about it like this. Think about your social anxiety or your fear of judgment. Best word for it, fear of judgment. Think about it like this. It's just your ego trying to maintain its importance, trying to prop up that image that you are somebody that everybody cares about, that everybody wants to hear what they have to say. Everybody is like gonna, if you start recording a reel, oh my God, everybody's gonna look, oh my God, look at this guy. He's recording a reel. What is he doing? You think people are gonna pay attention to you. Your ego wants you to maintain that image. Your ego wants to think that you're important. So if you make a video of yourself recording a reel and no one cares, and they don't care because I ended up making the reel and walking down the carriage and no one gave a fuck, right? But what did that show me? I was like, oh wait, like no one cares about me. Like I'm not that important. Like not in a good way. Like not a good realization. Like that's like like fuck, like I'm not important. Like no, I don't, like no one actually really cares about me that much. You know what I mean? So like it's like fear, but the fear is just your ego trying to like stop you from doing something that's going to destroy it. That's what fear is. Fear is just your ego trying to stay alive. And once you realize that, it takes fear out of you, because then you realize, oh, I'm not scared. My ego is scared. If you can like compartmentalize your brain in that way, so you separate you from your ego, then you realize, oh, I'm not scared. This guy's scared, and he's trying to make me feel uncomfortable. He's trying to stop me from doing something because he wants to stay alive. Back to the video I was talking about on this bed over here, like 6 days ago or something. That you have a story of who you think you are, right? But in reality, you're just the consciousness behind this. But that story of who you are and that like ego you have, that image of who you believe you are based on everything that's happened and all the thoughts you have in your head and beliefs about who you think you are, is just your ego trying to like not let you see that you're just the consciousness behind it, because it wants to stay alive. It doesn't want to die, right? It doesn't want you to let it die. But if you get up there and you start filming a video of yourself and you realize that no one cares, then you're breaking down all these beliefs that you had about yourself, that you were so important and that everyone cares what you're doing. And when you do something, everyone pays attention to it, right? Which isn't true. And that kills your ego. Your ego doesn't want to die. So it puts this fear in front of that, right? But that fear is limiting you from having freedom. I wanted to make a reel. Like I needed to make reels, right? Like it's what I'm doing, like trying to build a personal brand. I needed to make reels. And I knew if I make reels on the train, they might perform better. Cause like, it's just a different environment. I'm not just like sitting in my room or my backyard or my car doing it. Like it's like a social, like public environment. So maybe like people will review it more, or maybe like I just have ideas in my head that I want to share right now. I don't want to wait till I get home because the idea is going to leave my head and I want to do it on the train. But my ego doesn't want me to do it on the train, because my ego knows that if I do it on the train, it's going to realize that it's not important. So you're limiting your freedom. Your ego is limiting your freedom. There's this wall of fear built around you to make you not realize that your ego is a lie. Everything you think you are, everything you tell yourself you are in your head to make you feel better about yourself is a lie. And that wall of fear is placed there in front of you so you don't realize that. So your ego stays alive and you don't realize that you're just the dude behind. You're just the consciousness behind it. But when you don't listen to your fear and you do actions that your fear doesn't want you to do, you kill the fear, you kill the ego, and you liberate your consciousness, and you liberate who you truly are, and you express yourself in a more free, loving, energetic, happy manner. And that makes you feel great about yourself once you do it. So, yeah, that's it. You just have to, whatever you're scared of doing, because you have that stress, you have that anxiety, that's exactly what you need to do. And that's what I'm doing from now on. That's what I've been trying to do, right? I was really scared to film that reel while walking down the middle of the university. So I did it. I was really scared to film a reel on the train. So I did it, right? But the only reason I was able to do it was because I realized that there was benefit on the other side of that fear. If I didn't realize, like if I wasn't able to come to the conclusion in my mind that this is going to actually be more beneficial than it is scary, then I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I hope through my explanation, you guys are able to realize the same thing, that the amount of fear there is the amount of growth there is on the other side of that, because you're liberating yourself and you're allowing yourself to have more freedom and express your consciousness truly and freely for what it actually is. So yeah, those are my 2 tips that you guys can do tomorrow or right now if you want to make yourself have a better day. 1, visualize exactly what you want to happen in your day. Visualize your goal. If you have a goal that day, I want to go out and do this thing. Visualize yourself doing it. Visualize yourself succeeding in it. Visualize yourself fulfilling that vision. And number 2, if you're scared to do something, if you're nervous to do something, let that fear guide you. Let that fear lead you. Let that fear be an indicator that that is exactly what you need to do. So yeah, those are my 2 tips. You can apply them right now. That's it. Thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's video won't be as awesome as this one. I hope it will be. But yeah, and if you want to work with me, fitness coaching or mindset coaching, or maybe you have some social anxiety that you're trying to destroy, DM me on Instagram. Thank you guys, and goodbye.